Good morning. Good morning. Let's see, is this set up right? Looks okay. All right. So we're gonna set up the little mentoring bit that we mentioned there. Um, I need to actually modify some of the Twitch bits. So we're gonna modify some of the stream rewards. Content. Good morning, Voidcom Phil. How you doing? Now I gotta find this stuff in Twitch. I don't know where it is. Settings. Is it under stream? Nope. Channel. It's gonna take me just 2 more minutes. Channel points. Oh, maybe in here. Manage rewards. There we go. Custom reward. I forgot what the here, let's kick that off for a moment. Um we'll get back to this stuff on screen in just a bit. Let's see. I'm going to create a new channel reward called Mentor. Reward name. Post a question that I will attempt to answer in a 15. Let's see. How many of these things we're going to do? I don't know. Let's just. All right. So what I'm setting up here is I want to try to do like short little videos that can answer questions. I'll be taking the questions on stream, and if I think that I can answer them within 15 minutes, then I'll probably take them, and if they're on topic. So, um, let's see, post a question that I'll attempt to answer in 15-minute video or less on YouTube. 15-minute video on YouTube. Um, I don't. Is there anything else I need to do on that? I don't want the price to be too much, so I'm setting it at 1,000. And oh yeah, need to do the required to enter text. All right. What am I missing? Why won't it save? Oh, okay. There we go. Got that set up. Oh goodness. Uh, okay. I think we're doing pretty good there. All right. Now let's some entering. All right. There we go. So we'll do that. Now, I know my hair is crazy today. Oh, you can't even see the green screen. It's gone. It's gone like full chaos. So where are we going today? We're gonna do some cool stuff. Um, Man, I was looking at Tailwind CSS and I really like it. The problem that I'm having with it is this combination. There's combination of methodology. I like the way eventually answering a question and then maybe something like that. I don't know. Man, I had a good day off yesterday. It's just so chill, so relaxing. Hope you all have a good day. Good weekend? Good day. Yeah. Just clean up some of this. Let's see. Gonna move this. All right. That, and we gotta get I don't know. For this one, way too much. It's the downside with having, like some of these have like 8 hours of music. And streaming, I've listened to a bit of it. Like a lo-fi. 70 hours. Like, oh, that'll take a while. So we were on funk, which only has 10, which I probably did a couple weeks in. So, Feel EDM's good though. 78 hours. Lots of stuff in there. Hard to get repetitions. Go that direction today. All right. So, I did happen to fix something. Was it yesterday? Oh, I fixed. Oh, and I forgot Mitch. All right. There we go. So we can come into edit here and it works. If we save that works. We go to that URL. We get our list of users. Yes. Yep. It's saying that these are slow. So slow. I don't know why. It should make one request to the backend. See, the first time I think it actually had to spin up the web worker. That's why that one was slow. After that, it was 113 and 24 milliseconds of receiving. That seems like quite a bit. All right, we'll get to optimizing that later. Um, Beyond that, I kind of want to do some random stuff today, but I mean, some of it's going to be like maybe dipping into Tailwind. I like the way that they have a little search here. Command K. Oops, that's not Command K. That's going slow. Oh, that's working. Hmm. I think I'm going to be doing a combination of this utility CSS framework with a bit of block entity module CSS. Um, the block entity module will be for overriding these elements. So if we wanted to do themes, that sort of thing, but we'd use something like Tailwind CSS as the base. So no, seems like it's already set up to be small as well. So that would be good. Okay. Whoa, 270. Wow. 11, not too bad. That, I mean, 11 plus a couple that we're using for the stream. All right. Having a really slow start to the stream today. Let's get rid of some of this. Let's bump up the font. That's one too many. That's a little more reasonable. Okay. 39 now. Bump one up. There. 35 lines. Yeah, that'll work. Okay. Delete that. This should just be deleted. What we did in here was actually convert to using the new response style. Okay. Waking up. How's everyone out there doing? Ready for Monday? All right. So now, where were we going with this? We were going to go into users. So we had the source users. We needed to set a flash cookie and then also redirect. So we need to set some sort of cookie. Later we'll read the cookie and unset it. Let's work on the redirect first. Where are we going to put that? Let's put that on env request, which isn't called env request anymore, is it? Gmove to source event.rs. Good. All right. So I've got that renamed. Oh, it didn't take. Okay. Hold on. I need to go to COC real quick. See, GitHub. I'm looking for a key sequence. Huh. There we go. Oh, so much faster. Okay. Last one. All right. That's good. Like, why does it even care that that file is included or not? It's in Git. That should be ignored. Okay. Back to users. Okay. We've got our little event. Got our response. Set body. We're going to add a redirect here. Now, we're going to keep it really simple. So there's two ways we could do this. We could have basically path generation, or say, hey, go to the page that is represented by this object, right? Which is really nice to do. It's gonna take some time to build that out. I don't know if we want to do that right now. Let's see, how would we do that? We need to register routes. Wouldn't be too bad. We've done that before. Basically, we could have some sort of initialization process. We register a number of modules. We'd have to register them in a specific order, though. See, and this would be for things like what? Where to go? Not here. These are kind of the admin pieces. Is it in here? Pages? Like this one. I guess it is here, yeah. So users would register a number of routes. Then you could refer to them by some sort of mapping. That wouldn't be too bad. All right, but for now, we're going to avoid that. Uh, event dot redirect. We are going to redirect to admin users. So at this point, we're going to take self, modify some headers. And what kind do we have for our headers? We've got a headers object, a vector of strings. Okay. What do we do if it's already in there? What if it already exists? Do we just take the last one? Or do we take the first one? Do I throw an error? Return a result? Return the previous one if it exists. Leave it up to the caller. I mean, headers are available. So let's have a create result. We'll check to see if it exists. Let's see. Iterator. I think we want position. No, we want to find it, right? Or remove. Yeah, that returns an option to the item. Let's do a find on it then. This is going to be a tuple. So let's call it element E. I don't know, or V. E's fine. So E dot 0 is equal to location. Now, per the spec, this has to be capital L. Standard header constant. So helpful. Standard headers. Hmm. Content location indicates the direct URL to use to access the resource when content negotiation happened. Oh, and here they're parsing headers. Okay. So we end up finding the location header. Oh. Let's impl headers then. come back to that. So we'll look for it, see if it exists. If it exists, we'll replace it. So we're going to do position. Okay. That's either going to be something or nothing. Self.data dot append. Too many parens. Oh, nope. That had the correct number of appends. Options a none. This one will replace it. Expected mutable reference. Oh, I want to push. You append another vector. You push something onto a vector. Previous is that. And then self.data. Well, then we basically go into the same thing as before. You know what? Do it this way. It already exists. Remove it. Return just that. Now this returns an option to a location. I don't really like this setup. It's okay. That needs to be L1. Um, so we get the position of it, we remove it, right? The problem here is we couldn't use something. Can we? Can we do something like self.data.iter.position? Basically the same thing. Map self.data.remove position dot zero. We can't because it's already borrowed, right? Are you smart, Rust? Oh, smart Rust. It knows it's done here. Wow. Oh, hey. I see that. The chat didn't get updated. Thank you. And selective duplicate. Good morning. Chat's frozen. Oh no. Man, I've missed a lot. I thought y'all have been quiet. Goodness. Did I see Bulma.io? I didn't see it. What is Bulma? Here, let's take a peek. Good morning. What did the buffalo say to her child as he left for school? Oh, I don't know what. Bison. Ah, yes. All right. There's Keeper. All right, so what do we have here? Grid. So easy to learn. It's loading. Quick to customize. Node.js required. MacBooks are that powerful, huh? Um, this one's 5 years old, and I've been streaming with it for a while, but I have moved onto a second machine for actually doing the encoding. So, but a mirror box, one of these little things, little cheap thing, right? I think I got one of these here. Let's see, which one is it? Uh-oh. I dropped it. Did that kill the stream? It's something like this. I think it was like $100. Um, You also want a good rig for gaming and stuff? Yeah. Actually, I just want something simple and easy to use. I basically wanted to get out of my way so I can get stuff done. It should look good enough. That's pretty much it. Some requirements are it needs to be small, it needs to load fast. Right? I'm more interested in the technical bits. That and I want it to be skinnable. So I want to be able to add CSS after the fact to create different effects. I like Tailwinds because they've gotten a process for basically minifying it. Just want something that works and is small. It's kind of odd though. Yeah, why do you say that? Actually, tell me. Tell me why. Some There are a couple of others as well. We'll see which one wins. Maybe it'll be yours. If you release it. Process felt a bit weird. It was a while ago. I see. We might try it again. Basically, we have two things that we're concerned about. Um, Skinning, right? Because as this is kind of a WordPress alternative, you want to be able to theme it. So I want themes to be possible, right? And that might be via some kind of block entity module override system, right? So I'm not too concerned about this. Um, for development, I'm willing to use like the 300 kilobyte version, and then for release mode, I don't care if it takes 10 minutes because it'll happen once. As long as it's done correctly. Like if it works correctly every time, fine. CSS variables? Um that I'm not sure about. I hardly ever do like theming and stuff like this. Can't use the big version if you customize it. I'm not going to customize it. That's the thing. I'm not going to customize it. Basically, I'm going to use some off-the-shelf CSS thing like this. And then what we'll do is we'll end up using some like CSS block entity module style of overrides. Okay. So the BEM portion will be really for targeted overrides, so that if somebody doesn't like something, they can override it. Otherwise, it's all going to be whatever the generic is that we choose. And really, I mean, there's, let's see, they're going to be okay-ish. Windy CSS and all others, similar solutions are generating CSS in the browser. Yeah, I don't want that at all. I want it to all be statically generated. Like it needs to be done by the time it's being sent to the browser. Think of it this way. I'm trying to build this with no client-side JavaScript. It's kind of a personal challenge. So And where's a sprite? You basically have two methodologies here. Okay. So one side you have HTML. Okay, we got our little dot there, 3 pixels. Okay, here you have HTML. And then on this side you have CSS. Okay. Now, you can never really get in a situation unless you work super hard at it. And we don't want to do that. That's just too much effort. It's not worth it. You can get but basically your CSS is either dependent on the HTML, the structure of the HTML, or HTML is dependent on the structure of the CSS. Okay? Or your HTML is dependent on CSS. So does that make sense? Um, so if your CSS is dependent on the HTML, this is your block entity module style. Otherwise, you have a CS utility. That's horrible. Okay. Yeah. And I'm hoping that for the vanilla portion, we end up using the utility, right? We end up using this. And then for the override system, we end up using this. Because I want it to be descriptive for their override system. Because at that point, you really are in this cap, right? You're not able to change the HTML. So you pretty much have to go that route. But starting out, we can do something that I would like to try out a little bit more and use the utility approach. Kind of a strange combination of both, I know. But hopefully we can get to a kind of a happy medium there. Um, and I'm hoping that the upper portion is really just going to be the overrides. It's gained a lot of adoption, yeah. So I think people are tired of doing this because you end up being like hopping back and forth between HTML and CSS all the time. You just want to be able to style, write your write your HTML because you're either hopping back and forth between them, right? Because yeah, you're either one or the other, or in our case, some amalgamation of both. Yeah. Now we were talking about these different things, and you guys had other suggestions. Um, I looked at a couple other last night. Let's see. Basically, I want one that's going to survive for a while. A vector of tuples, where the tuple members are both string types. Yeah, yeah, that's correct. But basically, I like the idea of the build process that Tailwind has, even though it might take a while. Um, because I don't want to include anything that I don't need to. I want this to be very thin and fast. Yeah, and that's fair, right? And you're either in a camp where your CSS is dependent on the structure of the HTML, or your HTML has to know about your CSS, right? So you're either, think of it this way. Which one do you modify after the other's been written? So if this one's fixed, right, then you're this cap. If this one's fixed and you're doing something like theming, um, I wrote that backwards. If this one's fixed, okay, then you basically have to modify the CSS, which means you're in the um, BEM camp. If your CSS is fixed, then you're in the other camp, right? This CSS utility style camp. And you have to go back and modify your HTML. And something that we're going to be forced into with theming is our HTML will be fixed. Whether we do block entity module or something else, I don't really care. I like something to be structured and be able to say, oh, we're using this here. You can go read about it over there. I don't want to have to explain it to everyone. So something like block entity module is nice for that reason, and that there's a lot of documentation. It's been out a while. People kind of know and understand it. So I'm going to use a mix of both. And I think it'll be fast enough for developing it to go with the CSS utility classes with a mix of block entity module. So does that make sense? I hope it does. That's kind of my reasoning for this. We could go full on block entity module and then have overrides and stuff like that. Or use Tailwind or something of the kind with some sort of block entity module system. I just want to be able to reduce the amount of time that like the build process. I want production, like when it goes to production, we'll spend a bit more time generating the final Tailwind CSS module. But before then, I don't know. Let's try it out. Let's see. It might completely fail, and we'll go back and we might end up extracting all this stuff into some sort of block entity module system once a kind of pattern emerges. So we'll see. Okay, map error. Rust doesn't actually want redirect. It's already been set. One more. Oops. Oh, now I want something off of option. Is it okay or? Yes. Okay. There we go. One takes a value, the other takes a function. Mismatch times. Much better. Oh, no, 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 no. I want to transpose that, right? Transpose an option of a result to a result of an option. It's not quite the same because in our case, the sum becomes the error. Huh. All right. Nice. Okay, let's try that out. What were the other systems? There's Tachyon, there's base CSS, Beard, build with Beard, Turret CSS, Turret, not Turret, Turret CSS. Yeah. All right. So now this is after we delete a user. So let's delete super user. Are you sure? Yes. And we didn't get a delete. Oh, because we're not doing anything with those cookies. Well, I guess that makes sense. We should do something with that. We didn't wire that up. All right. Headers. Init headers. Okay, so we end up creating headers here. Yes, and we do a try into, which means our headers up here have a try into. Huh. That actually, a location header should describe also whether or not what the return type is. Is there what a 301 and a 307? One's permanent, the other's not. Temporary. Most of the time you end up wanting the temporary redirect. So the browser checks each time if you end up using a 301. Let's see, 301. Oh, hold on. HTTP cat? Oh, what was it? That was so adorable the other day. http.cat. Yes. 301. Moved permanently. Yeah. 307. Temporary redirect. Oh, so cute. So when we go to set the location, where's our event? Redirect. Here it is. If it comes back okay in the set. Ah, you know what? Self dot status, right? Status, yes. Okay, let's try that. So where are y'all with CSS and your methodologies? Do you do more like CSS utilities, more descriptive stuff, try to end up somewhere in the middle? See, I don't think our delete's working either. Form data missing, fine. Oh, yeah, see, this list here should have gone down by one user. Form data missing. What kind of a request did we make? The wrong thing. So we did the post here, redirected. Yes, yes. Redirect. You've recently written a runtime tailwind directive. You love it. No build time cost. It's not fully finished, but in most cases, the utility class is done. Oh, nice. And what do you mean a runtime tailwind directive? Oh, derivative. Derivative. It's interesting that RPG pattern exploits non-standard behavior of browsers and web service. So we'll redirect response codes in the 300 range. Some require change the post and get. Turns out that many of these requirements are not implemented by popular browsers. Instead, they have common de facto behavior, like redirecting post and get without confirmation if received 302 code. Hmm. If 302 and 303 code considered equal, and another code is proper, 302 behavior is created. Hmm. Interesting. All right, 303. You guys know what that is, right? Got like 700 lines of code. If it has 100% of tailwind. Oh, if it has, it might. Oh, okay. It might get 1,000 lines of code if it has all of Tailwind's features. Just one file. That's pretty nice. Love that picture. That's Schrodinger's cat right there. All right. Let's go back to users. Delete. Delete. Wait. We did post. Did it not compile? Oh, yeah, that returned the 307. Oh, we did get our 307, but it's still posted. You're not supposed to post. All right. Oh, is that one? That one not going to work? 404. No. Bit rot. Link rot. Well, 307 did not seem to work. And unless I'm missing something. See other in location. Okay, let's try a 302 then. Because we ended up getting a post again. We don't want a post. Oh, it aborted. Have to get a mini split installed next year. I was thinking of doing that this year, actually. I think that'd be nice. All right. Delete. Are you sure? Yes, I am. Oh, lovely. So 302 worked for Firefox, but 303 didn't. All right. Who would have thought, huh? All right. Redirect works. All right, now to actually get delete working. Because delete does not seem to be working at all. Where are we going with this? We're going to go to, oh, in here, users, delete function. So we're posting, let's see, to delete for this email. So we're getting the ID from name. That should be correct. We could log that. Yeah, yeah, unused. Okay, now on that durable object, so we're going to go to user, durable object user, delete. We can log in here now. Oh, so nice. Oh, we don't have login going, do we? Yeah, let's do that. Close that one. Oh, Zenacron. That's funny. Preparing to stream logs. Okay. So we're going to click on delete again. Yes. Logs, logs. Oh, this was a get method to delete? That is the wrong one. Huh. That's not right. Then I don't know. So why would it be a delete? See, this is handling a post, but why did it say that the outcome was okay? We're not using globbing here. That should have been like a 404 or something. 404 is okay for REST stuff, but I guess it's technically not an error. It didn't throw an error. Get post delete on the durable object. Republish the durable object just so we can get our logging. What else? Why'd the get? Why didn't we? Yeah, let's check users again. Coming in here. Method post. Post. It's right there. Listen, it's not being used. It's not being used. Wait, we're not using this anywhere? And options. Did we borrow that? I forget. There we go. That was it. Without the options, it's a GET request. All right. Good, good. Let's reload. Authentication error. Interesting. I wonder if they killed it because of the update. Huh. All right. Well, reload. Delete. There we go. User deletion successful. Wonderful. All right. Okay. But now we have to make sure that when something is deleted, we update the users list, which I noticed was missing in here. Yeah. All right. So how do we update that? Normally we just send this update user list update. I don't know. Do we want a bool here too? What what is this song? Okay. We do the same thing that we have done here. Getting the users. We should have kind of a getter for that. Hmm. I mean, it's really this here. No, not that one. Let's wait on it. Okay. Now we don't have a JSON user. Okay. We're going to have to modify the path. We're going to do a post without a body. Actually, we could just do a delete, couldn't we? Delete. Perfect. So we forward the headers and the path. Just need the path. Yeah. Oh, you're the first person to look at that, Xenocron. What's this? Yeah, so I was thinking that so today we're scheduled to go through and work on basically making a little video to help explain something. Yeah, yeah, the 1K reward. Um, so yeah, I was this close to putting a limit on that per day. Um, but basically the idea is that if somebody has a Rust question, I'll make some little tiny video out of it, right? And we'll just have those in some other section on YouTube. You can only do 60 questions. Looks like I'm going to be busy. So, but yeah, basically, what do they call them? Katas? What is a kata? So I just want to have some small little thing. Why do programmers wear glasses? So they can see sharp. Good morning, the gremlin. How are you? Yeah. This is very similar to one of the others, but yeah, it's not exactly the same. Good morning. Is it wrong to go interview with other firms just to check out the pastures? No, it is not. But yeah, Xenocron, some people have questions but don't want to interrupt the stream. So I'm trying to make it so that there's a place where questions can be asked, and then I can put the responses up there, and more than one person would benefit from it. Just we end up building a collection of maybe confusing topics, like answers to things. So, or if somebody does have a question, we could say, oh, you know what? That's answered over here. That sort of thing. All right. Why is this complaining? A user. Okay. Oh, I missed a colon. There it is. Well, it is Monday. Okay, user list delete. Oh, oh no. I need to know. We need to know what the email address is ahead of time. Yeah, what is that on storage? Get key? Promise any. All right. Hey, Commander Thrashton. Good morning. Good morning. Will you have time today? Yes. Yes, we will. How you doing? We're going to finish up this here, and then we can hop into it. We'll transition. So that should be a JS value. Let's do unchecked into JS string. Should be a string. Don't do that. See, I actually like doing it the other way. As part of the result. Unchecked into JS string. See, I like that better. Wow. It's 31C there. Woo. You checked and you still are. How does anyone check that? Okay. All right. Well, what's it saying here? Oh, was I awaiting at the wrong spot? Yes. The trait found JS future from result. Oh no, I did that. I did do that in the wrong. Wait, no, no, no. Storage get. That should return a result. Oh, oh, oh. We'll await that. And I think maybe we should just be logging for that. Not a huge fan of the jumps. In negative 27C, you went for a walk. It was actually great. Everything was so still. That sounds lovely. Wonder what's the coldest it's been here. Let's see. And do a search. Average temperature. Yeah, it just says average. I mean, here we get down below freezing, but not by much. I thought people can't survive when it's negative 15C. Oh, man. Go for a dip in the freezer. Yeah. All right. Hey, Commander Thrash, and do you still have the link to that exercise? I can pull it up off exorcism.io. Yeah, yeah. Do you already have that? Here, let's click delete. Sure, yes. Deleting super user. Oh, look at that. Oh, thank you. We'll load that up here in just a bit. Oh, it's taking a while. It must have crashed, but I don't see a crash here. I don't see one here. That's aspirational weather. That's funny. Uh-oh. Oh no. I might need to restart something. All right. Hold on a sec. Let me restart that thing. And this is why I have two boxes, huh? Fire that thing back up. Gonna do it? I don't know. It's a capture. I think I dropped it earlier, the capture card. I I think I upset it. What happened here? Delete post. Ah, it's gonna do it again. See, I'd restarted it, but I don't know what's actually causing this. Let me see. Oh, I think I might know. All right. Well, we are going to restart both my boxes. And we'll be right back to work on that little exorcism.io exercise. So, you know what? I can actually restart one here right now. Yeah, wait, timeout. It's too bad. I'm feeling the capture box. I wonder if it's just getting too warm. I had something on top of it. I don't normally do that, but somebody had rummaged through my desk. I mean, it might be okay. Here. Maybe it's cooled down enough. Oh. All right. Ah. Yeah, it's not actually updating the this here. All right. I guess I'll be back. We'll see if I can do it quick enough to keep the stream alive. Be right back.